Hi and welcome to the channel, or welcome back. Today I'm going to do another hopefully fun, at least for me, video. I'm going to rank in a tier list format the people of the Bible. Yes, because I have opinions. So this is once again just a bit of fun. It's nothing serious. I mean, no insult, or I'm not here to judge. I don't want to be judged by the Lord. I'm just giving an opinion. I love all people, and the people that I'm going to be ranking and whatnot. I have I'm not judging their actions, judging their soul, anything like that. Just a bit of fun. So I hope you enjoy. Let's start off. Now, there are some people in the list already down the bottom that, as you can see there, I don't have enough information, or I just didn't want to look into it too much because I don't remember them all that well from what I read in the Bible. You've got Barnabas, who I believe helped Paul. So he was a saintly figure. You have James the Just, who is not James the Apostle, just another disciple. There wasn't enough in there. Nimrod was one of the judges. I think it's in his name. He wasn't all that all that great. I think he was very strong. Philemon, another one of the early disciples of the church. Phoebe, same thing there. Wife of Potiphar. I don't recall this person at all, and I didn't look it up. The next one I can't read. I think it says the shepherd from the Song of Solomon. I do not know what that is. Silvanus, I'm assuming, is another disciple or one of the early saints. Tabitha, same. Terra, I don't remember. Tiberius, he was the Caesar Tiberius when Jesus was executed. I don't think there's anything mentioned about him in the Bible, so he's just kind of there, and I don't know enough about him historically, whether he was, what type of person he was. And then Tychius, have no idea. Didn't look it up. So let's get into the ones that I actually have some idea about. Obviously, up the top here, we've got God tier. We've got God the Father. Up he goes. God, Jesus Christ the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. It's pretty easy, so that's why I put those there at the start and the beginning. They're in alphabetical order, the names. And of course, this is probably not everyone. And even in this tier list, there are some names missing that I probably, if the video is not too long, will mention because I think they're worth mentioning. Again, nothing serious. Just because we miss someone out doesn't mean that I don't care or they're not important. Obviously, they're in the Bible, so they have some importance. Certainly more than me with... Anyway, Aaron, so that's Moses' brother. And I'll try speed through these because my last tier list video is pretty long. Aaron, Moses' brother. Yeah, pretty good. Not amazing. Where should I put him? A tier? Nah, B tier, C. No, he's better than average. I'm going to put him in B tier for now. I might change things around as I go. Abel. Yeah, I'm going to put Abel in C tier. He was good to the Lord, brought his harvest, but didn't get a lot of time to shine, did he? Before Cain struck him down. Abigail. Oh, Abigail. I'm pretty sure she is the wife of that numbskull of a husband that she had, who, when David, before he was king, I believe, when David was out fighting, he asked this man, can we have some food? Can we have some resources? And the guy was like, nah, not going to help you. So David was just going to steamroll him and take it by force. And this wife, Abigail, came out and was like, chill out, my husband's a Humpty Dumpty, here's some stuff. So she's a smarty. She goes A tier. Abimelech, son of Gideon. Oh, I think this this is the dude that gets his head crushed in with a rock. Some woman. He's not a very good guy, and he's trying to invade somewhere, and this woman just throws a stone off the the wall, and it just kills him. I think that's pretty hilarious way to go. Just get rocked, nerd. So he's going in. He's going in F for funny. No, he's not F tier. E tier or E tier. Yeah, I'll put him in E tier. Abner. This is Saul's military commander, I think. I didn't mind him. He wasn't as good as David's one, in my opinion. I'll put him. Is he B tier with Aaron? Nah, it can't be B tier. Okay, he goes behind Abel and C tier. Abraham. Yeah, nice. This is a hard one already. Okay, I won't think too much about these. Abraham. Does he go in S tier? No, I'm going to put him at the front of A tier. Absalom, sorry. This is David's son, King David's son, who, when King David was naughty and eventually came back to his kingship, Absalom was like, nah, Dad, not having it, and staged a coup. But Absalom was, I believe, also the son of David who killed Amnon, yeah, because Amnon forced himself upon his cousin or sister in the furthest way you possibly can. So Absalom wasn't happy about that, understandably so. So he killed Amnon. Nice. That gains points in my book. Apparently he died from his hair getting caught in a tree because he had long, beautiful hair. I do not remember that part. Absalom. I'm going to put him in front of Aaron just because standing up for women against disgusting men, go hard. Adam. No, Adam. You are not going near the top, matey. I'm going to put Adam in D tier. Still love you, but sausage. Silly sausage. Agag. Poor Agag. This guy was a, I forget what people he was from, but I think Saul fought him, and then Saul had pity on the guy and didn't kill him, and God was like, nah, Saul, that's not on, that's not how it goes. And then Samuel goes hard and just cuts him up into pieces, which is a bit rough. So I'm going to put Agag in D tier because I don't remember him being all that nasty. Ahab. Oh yes, I remember Ahab. He is Jezebel's husband. Yeah, he's going F tier. F tier. He was, understandably, with the wife that he had, he was scummy as. A lot of idolatry and sin was propagated through him. Amnon, also F tier. Incest and RAPE, not on Charlie Brown, not good. Amos, one of the prophets. Amos, prophet. I like Amos. Where's he going to go up? In front of Absalom? In front of Aaron? I'll put him behind Aaron. I think Aaron did a better job. Amasa. Okay. Amasa was Absalom's military leader, and he got shanked by Rehoboam, King David's. Anyway, he's a guy. I thought he was all right. I'm going to put him not in D tier. Yeah, C tier. Behind Abner? Yeah, I prefer Abner. Or Annas and Caiaphas. I don't know why they're both together, but sure. F tier. F tier. Behind Ahab and... Yes, you want to kill my savior? You're going back of the line, buddy. Andrew. Andrew's one of the apostles. I'm going to put him in B tier. I'm going to put him behind Amos. I like Amos more, to be honest. Asa. Asa was one of the kings of Israel, I'm pretty sure. And I think he was a good king. Was he the guy? I remember one of the kings decided to fight with one of the other kingdoms. And he's like, yeah, we can help you. And then God was like, no, you didn't ask me. I'm not happy about that. I think that was Asa. Anyway, he was a pretty just king from what I remember. Asa. He's going Abel. I'm going to put him in front of Abel, behind Andrew. I'm going to put him in B tier, behind Andrew. Asaph. He was like a chief priest. He was one of the chief Levites. Let's put him in C tier in front of Abel. Oh, Athalia, however you pronounce her name. Well, yeah, she murdered lots of babies. She's going in F tier. Does she go? Yeah, she's going behind Caiaphas because that's not on. That's yeah. Augustus. Yeah, he's all right. I'm gonna put him in D tier, C tier. I'm gonna put him in C tier behind Amasa. Baal. This also looks like they've mixed in Beelzebub. I'm just gonna go with the false god Baal, which I'm assuming is a demon. It never specifies as far as I remember. Yeah, there's, especially if Baal instituted like the trial by fire, like burning what your firstborn or whatever it is. That's messed up. Yeah, F tier for Baal. I'm not sure if they're real, but let's just say Baal's an actual demon that was parading as a false god, and he told him, "Hey, burn your children." I'm gonna put him. I'll put him behind Caiaphas, in front of Athelia because, yeah, Balaam. Oh yeah, Balaam was one of the seers. He was like, I don't think he was a real prophet. Maybe he was. He was kind of like on the fence and helping the enemy, but not really. It was a kind of a strange one. The enemy of the Israelites were like, oh, ask God to destroy them, and Balaam's like, oh well, God wants me to help him, so I'll do that. Apparently, he was mean to his donkey. Hey, Balaam. Okay, he's average. He's C tier. Is he in front of Augustus? Yeah. Abner. I'm gonna put him behind Abel. Barak. Not the Obama kind. Oh yeah, Barak helps. What was that female judge? I forget her name, but the female judge in the book of Judges. Barak is a soldier that she says, "Can you help me, please?" So he goes, "All right. Let's put Barak in. Let's put him in B tier behind Asar." Yeah, I'll put him in B tier behind Asar. Baruch, the prophet. Let's put him behind Andrew. Bathsheba. Oh, yeah, Bathsheba, I remember now. She is the woman that King David sees up on the roof and commits adultery with. Poor woman. And then they have a child, and the child is taken from God as punishment. The child dies, and then they have come together again and have Solomon. Yeah, that's rough. She didn't do anything wrong. I guess she could have probably tried to deny David more, but I'm going to put her in B tier because I feel sorry for the woman. God bless her. Oh, a beast of the sea. This is from the book of Revelation. Beast of the earth. Sea comes first, earth comes second. Yeah. They're both pretty garbage. I don't have to think about that. I'm going to put them in F tier. I'm going to put them in front of Caiaphas because bugger you, Caiaphas. I hope you're in heaven. Behemoth, that's a random one, but sure. That's is that in Exodus? They're talking about Behemoth? I think that's the when they're talking about like the brachiosaur or the dinosaur. Ooh. Yeah. I think some people say, oh, it's a hippo, but it has a tail. Anyway, I think it's a dinosaur. Behemoth. Behemoth goes hard, and because he's garnered lots of attention, and it's probably a dinosaur, B tier for Brachiosaurus, and I'll put it at the end. Bithia. I know you. Oh, Bithia is the Pharaoh's daughter who finds Moses. Yeah, you go hard. I'm going to put you in A tier behind Abigail. Yeah, thank you for loving Moses. Praise be to God, though. Boaz. Boaz is Ruth's cousin, husband guy. Yeah, he's good. B tier? Boaz, no, he goes in A tier. Abigail. Boaz goes in A tier behind Abraham. Cain. Oh, I can't imagine where he goes. Look, I'm going to put him in E tier. I'm not going to go so hard on him, and I'm going to put him in front of Abimelech because Abimelech is worse in my opinion. Yeah, it's a shame, but Cain, what you doing, man? Caleb. Oh, Caleb's one of the spies. I'm pretty sure Caleb is one of the spies that Moses sends out to the land of Canaan, and he's one of the only two, him and Joshua, who don't go, ooh, big Nephilim, scary. Are you a spy or a soldier or what? Just come back, report the news. No, it's too scary. Caleb goes hard. Caleb goes A tier in front of Boaz, Abraham. Can't put him in front of Abraham. It's too insulting. But he goes up in A tier. Cornelius. Nice. Cornelius, you go in B tier. Behind Behemoth, that seems a bit insulting. Bathsheba. You go in front of Bathsheba. Barak, yeah. Assar. I'll put Cornelius behind Assar. So Cornelius is the centurion who converted and got the vision from God to call for Peter and do some nice things there. Yeah, he was quite devout from my memory. Oh, Daniel. Daniel goes so hard. Daniel, does he go in front of Abraham? Get wrecked, Abraham. Yeah, oh, that's a hard one. I like Daniel more. Abraham is wonderful. Especially the thing that I love about Abraham is his obedience to God. You know, go sacrifice your son. Abraham's like, yes, boss. I like that very much. Oh, but Daniel. I love Daniel's story. Darius the Mede. So he's the... Oh, is it the Mede? Darius, both Dariuses. So this is the guy who takes over King Nebuchadnezzar or Nebuchadnezzar. Not a good transliteration. I don't mind him. I'm going to put him in C tier, in front of Augustus. Yeah. In front of those guys. Yeah, behind Baham. I'm going to put him pretty high up because I like the Syrians, the Persians, and the Babylonians. I think they are much more palatable than the Israelites. David. Oh, David, mate. You know what, David? I'm putting you in C tier because you're naughty and silly for the things that you did. Love you, but you're a sausage. I'm going to put you behind Darius because I prefer his consistency. Deborah. Oh, Deborah is the judge. There you go. That Barak helps. Yeah, Deborah, you go up. You go in front of Barak in B tier. Put you guys together. Will she go on? No, I'm not going to put her higher. Delilah. Oh, is she who I think she is? Oh, she is. Oh, yeah, Delilah, the naughty hairdresser. Delilah is the woman that Samson gets hooky with, and she's been asked by the Philistines to trick Samson into revealing his strength secrets, and then she cuts his hair and he goes simp mode. Yeah, Delilah, you get some points for being crafty, but you wrecked my man. D tier, Agag. Nah, you're going in front of Agag. So she's going in D tier behind Adam. Oh yeah, I remember Dinah. That is one of the sisters of the 12 brothers of Jacob. Yeah, poor sweetheart. She gets she gets like abducted by another tribe, and she gets yeah. But then her brothers come to her rescue and murder the whole tribe. So that's what you get for messing with ladies and having brothers who love their sister. So Dinah, sweetheart. She reminds me of, where is Bathsheba? Yeah, both of them go together. Ooh, B tier. No, I'll put her in C tier. Behind Abel. Yeah. Because Bathsheba at least births our lovely King Solomon. Well, lovely for a little while. Ehud. Now I just realised that it was cutting off our top 3 favourites there. Sorry. Ehud. He was one of the judges, I think. And he got Israel out of oppression. I didn't remember him that well, but I think he did some good stuff. I'm going to put him behind Abel. Eli. He was the priest who Samuel was given to by Hannah. And yeah, I like Eli. I like the story where God calls out to Samuel and goes to Eli, and Eli says, well, it's probably God, not me. Yeah, Eli, you get to go in B tier. You're going behind Andrew. You know what? I'm going to put you behind Aaron because I like good father figures. Elihu? Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. Elihu's in the book of Job when Job's three friends are talking trash to Job. This youngster comes along and is like, come on, guys, you don't know what's going on. This is how God really is. And then God just puts him in his place, shuts him way down. Get wrecked, Elihu. You are going in D tier for talking trash. You're going behind Adam. Elijah, yeah. Elijah, where am I going to put you? Elijah goes hard. I'm going to put Elijah. I'm going to put Elijah, behind Abraham. Now I'm going to put Elijah in front of Abraham, A tier. Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. Oh no, these are Job's friends. These guys suck. You guys go in E tier. You can go in front of Cain. E tier. Garbage friends. Don't trust Job. Blameless man. Get new friends, Job. Elisha, yeah, Elisha goes hard. As hard as Elijah. Nah, Elijah gets taken off in a fiery chariot. Let's go. Elizabeth. That is the Virgin Mary's cousin. Yeah, she gives birth to, as Christ says, no better man has ever been born. I'll put her in A tier behind Bethia because I like that Bethia took Moses in. I like that a lot. The Witch of Endor. This is the witch that King Saul asked for help in getting guidance or something. She didn't seem too witchy to me. Maybe she was. I don't know. I thought she was okay. Like maybe I'm missing something. Sure, she's called a witch and witches aren't good, but she seemed pretty sound. I'm going to put her in C tier. Where do we put her? Darius, David. Yeah, I'm going to put her behind Balaam in C tier. I thought she was all right. Enoch. Oh, yeah. Enoch has got to go A tier. Does he go? Nah, Enoch's pretty good. Let's go A tier. Abraham. No, Caleb. Yeah, let's put Enoch behind Abraham in A tier. Esau. Oh, poor Esau. Oh, by the way, Enoch is the guy who walked with God for 300 years. He was right in the start of the timeline of man. Esau is Isaac's brother, and Isaac's mum preferred Isaac over Esau, and Esau got his inheritance taken from him because Esau was first out of the womb. I feel sorry for Esau, and he reconciled with his brother. I like him quite a bit. I'm going to put Esau in B tier. Bathsheba, no, even more than Brooke. Yeah, I'm going to put Esau behind Cornelius in B tier. Esther, yeah, nice, go Esther. Let's put her also in B tier. In front of Esau? Yeah, behind Cornelius, in front of Esau. Oh, Eve. Oh, I don't want to be too hard on Eve, especially when I've only put Adam in D tier. And I don't want to come across as sexist or anything, but yeah, bad choice by Eve. Real bad choice. And then convincing her husband to, and of course, Adam's own fault. He's got his own free will, so he made the choice. But, Eve, you wrecked it for all of us. Well, the serpent. Anyway, I'll put her... Elihu. Yeah, Elihu sucks more than Eve. I look forward to meeting Eve. Talking with her. Ezekiel. Better than Abel? Yeah. Asaph? Yeah. Behemoth? Yeah, I got to put Ezekiel in B tier, I think. Bathsheba? Yeah. Deborah? Yeah. Esau? Yeah. Esther? Yeah. Cornelius? No, Cornelius goes so hard. Yeah, Ezekiel, B tier behind Cornelius. Cornelius is being like a stopgap for people passing through. Ezra. Oh, Ezra goes so good. Or Esdras. He's going to go up in A tier. He's going in front of Enoch. Yeah, buddy. Abraham. Nah, Abraham's still better. Gabriel. S tier. Done. Can't muck around with the angels. Gideon. I don't remember Gideon as well. We've got Abimelech, who's Gideon's son, but I don't remember Gideon. I'm just going to have to put him down in not remembering, not enough information. I feel like I should have remembered, but don't. Goliath. I don't think Goliath is all that bad. He's going to go in D. Is he going to go in D tier? Yeah, we'll put him in D tier behind Agag. Similar thing going on there. Oh, yeah, Gomer. Gomer, however you pronounce her name. This is one of the prophets' wife that God told the prophet, I forget who it was, to take it wasn't adulteress, but like a not good wife, an adulteress or like debaucherous wife or something like that, and then have kids and then name that. Yeah, poor woman. I'll put her in C tier behind Augustus. Oh yeah, Hagar. That's Abraham's second wife or concubine. I can't remember which, if she's a wife or a concubine. Because Sarah couldn't have any kids, so they got Hagar and had Ishmael, I think, and then they just flicked her off. Like, oh, see you later. No, we've got Isaac now. Let's put her in C tier. Gomer, she's in front of Gomer. Augustus. I'll put her in C tier behind Augustus in front of Gomer. Haggai, the guy. Yeah, where the other prophets at? We're gonna put him in B tier. I'm gonna put him in B tier behind Barak and Deborah. Oh, Haman. This is in the story of Esther. This is the arrogant second-hand man to the king. Yeah, he has it out for. His name starts with M. I'm pretty sure. The father figure of Esther, and he tries to get all the Jews slaughtered, basically, and he gets his comeuppance, as you can probably see in the photo to some degree there. Yeah, he going in E tier. Worse than Cain. Yeah, a bit worse than Cain, but not as bad as Abimelech. Herod the Great. I don't know. Herod Antipas. I think Herod Antipas, he was what? He was the one that was around when Christ was on earth, and Herod the Great was, I don't know. I don't really care about Herods. They can go in E tiers, can they? Oh, they're not that bad. I'm going to put them in D tier. Hezekiah. Okay, Hezekiah. Was he the young king? I think he was a young king of Israel, and his dad was very ill-behaved, and he cleaned house. He got rid of all the shrines and all the idolatry, and yeah, he went hard. So I'm going to put him in A tier. I like that. I like that a lot. Abigail, Boaz, yeah, better than Boaz. Caleb, better than Caleb. Enoch, yeah. Ezra, nope. Okay, I'm going to put him in A tier behind Ezra because, yeah, he cleaned house. I think he still left some of the hill shrines or something, which is bro, just do it. Go all the way. Go all in. Jose. Okay, where did I put Baruch and the boys of Sal, Esther? Haggai, there we go. Let's just put him behind Deborah and Baruch again. The Magi, yeah, I like the Magi. They're going up in high B tier. Yeah, high B tier. All the way at the front. Hannah, yeah, Hannah. She's the... Oh, and the Magi, everybody should know who the Magi is. The three wise men that come visit our Lord when he's born. Hannah, she is barren. She can't have children, so she asks God for children, and then she's going to gift that child to the priesthood as gratitude. I like that. Yeah, I'm going to put her in B tier in front of Absalom because wonderful thing. And then we get Samuel from her. Isaac. Yeah, not the biggest fan. He's pretty average. I'll just put him in C tier. We are in C tier behind David. Yeah, okay, I'll put him behind Balaam in C tier. Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah's pretty good. Let's go. No, in front of Hosea. So, yep. Cornelius. No. Oh, Cornelius. Yeah, maybe. Baruch in front of Baruch. Not behind. Okay, behind Andrew in B tier. Isaiah's another one of the prophets. Ishmael. Poor Ishmael. That is her name Hagar? Abraham's concubine, second wife. And then she had Ishmael. Look, I'll just put him in C tier. Isaac. Yeah, I'm going to put him behind Isaac because that's his brother. And he should have had equal rights, but didn't. Jacob. I like Jacob better than Isaac. I'm going to put Jacob up in B tier. Behind Behemoth. Behind Behemoth. Yeah, you know what? Jacob behind Behemoth. Mix it up. Oh, JL. Oh, she goes hard. She was the woman who, I forget which opposing king it was to the Israelites, but he's running away. He's fleeing and he goes into her tent or home and he's like, woman, do you have some water? And she's like, no, I got some milk. Have some milk. So he gets tired, falls asleep. And then she gets a tent peg and a hammer and puts the tent peg through his skull. A bit gruesome. Yes, it is. But she slaps. She goes hard. She's going in A tier for me. Boaz, Caleb. She's going behind Caleb. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah. I love that. So violent. James the Great. Cool, one of the apostles. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna put him all the way at the front of B tier. A tier? Nah. Subjective, but anyway. Jeconiah. Oh, is Jeconiah the king who was like king for 3 months before the Babylonians took them into captivity? I think he is. I think he was the king of Judah before King Nebuchadnezzar took them. And then he was kind of like a plaything. Not in the worst way, but he was not really a king anymore. So he goes, I'm just gonna put him in C tier behind Gomer. Because yeah, he got done. Oh, Michael, done easy S tier, and I'm gonna put him in front of Gabriel just out of personal preference. But they're equal as far as I'm concerned. Jehu, who? Jehu. Ah, yes. Oh yeah, Jehu is the. I'm not sure if he's an Israelite, but he's sent to kill Jezebel and her husband, Ahab, or someone. I forget. Where is he? Ahab. Yeah, I think it's Ahab. Jehu goes and just cleans house again. He goes hard. Not as hard as, what was the other guy? A tier? Is he A tier? Is he B tier? No, he's not better than James the Great. Absalom. Ooh, yeah. Let's put him behind Hannah in B tier. Jeff. Oh, this guy. What a sausage. This guy to make an offering to God for his victory said, whoever first comes to greet me when I go home, I'm pretty sure, whatever it is, and I'm assuming the guy was thinking maybe my dog or my cattle or something, I'll offer that up. Well, guess who comes out? His daughter. Idiot then has to sacrifice his daughter as a thanks offering. Idiot. He's not F tier, but he goes in E tier. Idiot. Look, I'll put him behind Cain because I think Cain wasn't a father yet. Maybe. I'm not sure. Doofus. Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah. You're going up in A tier. Where are you at, Jeremiah? Ezra. Ooh, Hezekiah. I'm putting Jeremiah all the way up in A tier behind Daniel. Oh, Jeroboam. Oh, hello. This is the guy who's remembered as taught Israel how to sin. He was like the first scummiest king in, yeah. Look, I don't like what David and King Solomon did, but Jeroboam, dude's remembered as the king who taught Israel how to sin. He's going in F tier behind. Oh, he's pretty bad. I'll just put him here in F tier. Jethro. Yeah, Jethro's Moses' father-in-law. Nice. Cool. Yeah, he gives some good advice and is a welcoming fellow. I'm going to put him in B tier. Yeah, I'm going to put... Oh, is he better than Aaron? Yeah, I like him more. I like father figures, good father figures. Absalom. Yep, put him in front of there. Behind Jehu. Jethro. Oh, Jezebel. By F tier. Does she go all the way to the end? Yes, because Athaliah is Jezebel's daughter. So Athaliah learnt to murder children from her mum. So Jezebel's worse. You go at the very end. Oh yeah, Joab. Joab is King David's military commander. I didn't mind him. He was a bit silly for... Well, I get it. He killed, what's her name? I forget. The cousin. I'll put him in front of the Witch of Endor. Joanna. I forget Joanna. My apologies. Bummer. I forget Joanna. Sorry. It's a bit rough. Job. Bum, 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 bum. Job is going in S tier. Is he going in S tier? I like Job. Ooh. Yes, I like Job very much. I'm a Job fanboy. So I'm putting him in S tier. Jochebed. That is Moses' mum. Yeah, thank you for giving us Moses. You're going in B tier. We've got Bathsheba now, even better Jehu. Hannah. Yep, I'm going to put Jochebed behind Hannah. Because Hannah... Well, they both sacrificed their... Or offered their children, didn't they? I'm going to put them next to each other. That's nice. Okay. Joel... Oh, the list is getting chonky, so we're going to run out of screen space. See how we go. Sorry for cutting off our Divine Trinity up the top there. Joel, one of the... I'm going to put him next to Jose, in front of Jose. John the Apostle, yeah. Do you go in A tier? Yeah, because you didn't abandon my king. So you're going in A tier, in front of Abraham. Jeremiah. Ooh, yes. And you probably wrote the book of Revelation. I'm going to put you behind Daniel. John the Baptist. Does John the Baptist automatic? I think John the Baptist has to get like S tier because Jesus says he's like the best man ever born of a woman. Which is funny because Jesus is born of a woman, but I think he's just given a mad compliment there. So I'm going to give respect to Christ's words because we're not going to pretend that I know better. John the Baptist going up in S tier. Jonah. Bit of a silly sausage. I'm going to put Jonah in C tier. I'm going to put him behind Darius in front of David. Jonathan. Jonathan is Saul's son who David was best friends with. I like Jonathan. You're going to go up in B tier. More than Esau? No, I like Esau more. Deborah. I like the story of Jonathan, so I'm going to put him behind Esau. Joseph. I like Joseph a lot. Joseph is going up in A tier. I personally think Joseph did more good than Abraham, Elisha, Elijah. I'm going to put Joseph in front of Abraham because I think he personally did a better job than his dad. Saint Joseph. Oh, there we go, putting it as a saint. Yeah, A tier, S tier, Daniel. He's going in S tier. Jesus' foster father, Joseph. Saint Joseph, yeah, I'll call it as it is. Yep. Thank you for raising our Savior. Oh, Joshua. Yep, Joshua, you're going up next to Caleb. Where's Caleb? Where you at? You're up in A tier somewhere. There you are. There we go. Put those two together. Josiah. Oh, yeah. Josiah is, I'm pretty sure, the really young king when, what's that terrible woman's name? Athaliah was murdering all the children of the royalty. Josiah was snatched away by the housemaid and then given to the priest. And then when he was 8, he was put into the king's seat again. And he did some good stuff. I think he left a few things out, but he did some good stuff. He's going in B tier. He's better than James the Great. No. Hannah. I'll put him behind the Magi in B tier. Oh, Jotham. I think he was just a just king of Judah. I don't think there was much on him, so let's put him C tier. Let's put him at the front of C tier. Judah. Judah, not the biggest fan. Augustus. Abner. I'm going to put him behind the Witch of Endor because I thought she was more interesting, to be honest. Oh, Judas Iscariot. Yeah. Do I put you in F tier? I think I have to, because it's like, what excuse do you have? You're hanging out with Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world, and you still were like, oh, you know what? Money. But no, you got to go in F tier. Ahab. Why do I feel sorry for Judas? Why do I feel sorry for Judas? Anyway, I'll put him at the front of F tier. Lamech. Oh, that's Noah's dad. Cool. Thanks for giving us Noah. I like Noah. I'll put you in C tier. Abel. Yeah. Jotham. Yeah. I'll put Lamech at the front of C tier. St. Jude. Thaddeus. B tier. In front of Andrew. In front of Amos. Better than Aaron. Yeah. Absalom. Jethro. Now I'm going to put you behind Jethro in B tier. Laban. Oh, that was that sneaky uncle. Oh, yeah, I think it was a brother or a cousin of Abraham, and Isaac went and wanted to get his wife, and this uncle guy's like, oh yeah, work for me for 7 years, and then gives him the daughter that he didn't want as a wife, and he was like, 7 more years and you can get the other one. He's a sneaker. I was gonna say something else. Look, he wasn't as bad as Adam and Eve. They were naughty. I'll put him in the front of D tier. Mary of Bethany. That is Mary and Martha. Okay, Jesus liked them a lot. That's Lazarus' sisters. Look, I'll put them. Oh no, they were obedient. Better than Jacob. Yep. Better than Joel. No. Jose. No. Bathsheba. Yep. I'm gonna put Mary of Bethany in B tier behind her guy. Lazarus. Look, dude just dies and gets resurrected. I think I prefer Lazarus from the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. Look up. I'll put Lazarus in C tier. Where? Look, the end of C tier. Yeah, he's in there. Leah. Okay, Leah is Isaac's first wife, who we didn't really want, which is a bit rough. Look, she gave him a bunch of children. Jacob, better than Jacob. You know what? She's better than Bathsheba. Yeah, I'm going to put Leah behind Bathsheba. Levi. Yeah, Levi is one of the better brothers. And, he's the priestly line. And he goes and wrecks that entire clan that, did naughty things to his sister. B tier, C tier. Lamech, son of Methuselah. Look, I'll put him in as first Abel. I'll put him in front of Abel. In C tier. Leviathan. Are you as controversial as Behemoth? I don't think so. So I'm going to put you in C tier. I'll put you behind Lazarus in C tier because I think you're meant to be the crocodile or something. Lot, you are a Numpty Dumpty. You're going in E tier. You are worse. Are you worse than Cain? Yeah. Jephthah. Yeah. No. He's going in E tier behind Jephthah because Lot is needed a good smack around the head. Luke. Nice. Let's go. I think Luke has to go up in A tier. Yeah. I'll put Luke behind John the Apostle. Mark. I'll put Mark up with James. In front of James or behind James? I'll put Mark in front of James. Nathan. Who's Nathan? Prophet. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I remember Nathan. He's the prophet that comes and confronts King David about murdering, what's his name? Uriah or something. Basically tells him the parable about, stealing the poor man's sheep. David goes, oh, that guy's terrible. Oh, yeah, well, that's you. Oh, no. Nathan, yeah, I like you. BT, Andrew, no, Isaiah. Yeah, behind Isaiah, I'm putting Nathan. Martha. I think she has to go in D tier. Leviathan D tier. Oh, is she that bad? No. But I'll put her in the end of C tier because she didn't see. Anyway, I'm sure you know. Martha was the sister of Mary and Lazarus. And when Jesus was talking to them, Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet, listening to him, and Martha was busy about the house trying to prepare dinner. And Jesus is like, what are you doing? It's more important to listen to me. Virgin Mary, S tier. Easy S tier. Let's go. Virgin Mary. There she, yeah. I'm going to put her all the way up in S tier at the front. I think the angels would be mad at me if I did not. Here we got Mary Magdalene. Better than Jacob. Yep. Mary, Bethany. Yep. Haggai. I'm going to put Mary Magdalene in B tier behind Ezekiel in the middle. Matthew. No scares. B tier or A tier? I think we have to go A tier. Matthew, A tier. In front of Luke, in front of John. Yeah, but not in front of Daniel. Sorry, I'm not looking into the camera as much. Trying to speed run this. Melchizedek. What you do, man? Is Melchizedek the prophet that tells Abraham that you're going to have lots of... No, God tells him that. I forget. My apologies, Melchizedek. My brain goes, you should know that name. Yes, you should. Noah. Bro's got to go up in... Is he going up in... Yeah, he's got to go up in S tier. Behind St. Joseph. Yeah, I'll put him up. Noah does not get enough credit. We're all here because of Noah. Noah, everyone else got wiped out. And Noah's the only one who pleased God. Was faithful to God. Miriam. Moses' sister, that's right. Moses' sister. Well, she set up the deal with the Pharaoh's daughter to have her mum, Moses' actual mum, take care of Moses. So that was really clever. Miriam, you go B tier, baby. Miriam behind Nathan in front of Baruch. Michal. That was David's first promised wife from King Saul, and then she got given to another guy and then given back, and then she complained about his dancing, and seeing as I used to be a professional dancer, I take offense to that. Look, she's C tier. Martha. Yeah, I'll put her in C tier behind Martha. Oh yeah, Mordecai is Esther's father figure. I think it's her uncle or something, but he goes hard. He only bends the knee for God. Nearly gets all of the Jews murdered. But he saves the king as well. To Mordecai. You go up in B tier. Magi, Mordecai. Ooh. Mordecai behind Jehu. Moses, S tier. S tier for Moses. Let's have a look. Better than Daniel? Yeah. Not as good as Noah in my eye, because Moses, he made such a small mistake. Yeah, Moses got it pretty rough. Anyway, I'm sure he has a very high place in heaven now, all good. But I'll put him up in S tier. Moses goes so good. Naomi. That is Ruth's mother-in-law. She was very helpful. Lovely. I think she goes behind Mary of Bethany. Yep, that's a good spot. Nathaniel or Bartholomew, one of the other apostles. I'll put him behind... Where are we at? Yeah, I'll put him up there in B tier. Behind the other two. Nebuchadnezzar or Nebuchadnezzar. He went goat mode for 7 years or something. I didn't mind him. I quite like Nebuchadnezzar. I'm going to put him behind Leah in front of Behemoth. Nehemiah. Yeah, let's go A tier. Nehemiah, love your writing. I'll put Nehemiah. Well, where did I put Ezra? There. Got to put them next to each other. Boom. Or not next to each other. Boom. Rebecca. Rebecca. I'm pretty sure Rebecca is Isaac's wife, where the servant was sent to the well, and whoever the woman that draws the water and offers it. Yeah, Rebecca. She pulls a sly one and a sour though, so that brings her down a notch. behind. I'll put her behind Hagar because I feel sorry for Hagar. Nero, you're a piece of garbage. You can go in F tier. You can go. I'll put you behind Judas in F tier. Nicodemus, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I'll put him at the end of B tier. Paul, yep. That's all I have to say. Yep. Do I put Paul? Yep. Have to. Paul even better than Moses? Yep. Noah? Yep. St. Joseph? No, can't do it. Paul goes behind St. Joseph in front of Noah in S tier. Joseph's Pharaoh. So this is when Joseph, the son of Jacob, was in. Yep, I like him. He treated Joseph well. I'm going to put him in B tier with Nebuchadnezzar. Is he even better? Yep, I'm going to put him in front of Nebuchadnezzar. Leah. Is he better than Leah? Nah. Let's leave him there. Pharaoh of the Exodus. Garbage. Ramesses. Was it Ramesses? Worse than Abimelech. Yes, he's worse than Abimelech. Yep, what a sausage. Philip's very good at producing electrical equipment. Philip. Where do I put you? Where are the other guys at? Yeah, let's put you. There you go. Philip. Pontius Pilate. I feel very sorry for Pontius Pilate. I feel like I want to say I like him. Like he was reasonable. I much prefer the Romans over some of the Romans over most of the Israelites, especially compared to his contemporaries like Caiaphas and the other priests. Oh man, yeah, Pontius Pilate I like more than Nicodemus. Yes, I do. More than Joseph and yes. Naomi, no. Bathsheba, Leah, yep. I'm gonna put Pontius Pilate behind Naomi in B tier. Priscilla and Aquila, I think they were helping St. Paul a lot. Can't remember exactly how, but I'll put them in B tier. Up. Yep, I'll put them in front of Jehu and Mordecai. Rachel. Oh, I know who Rachel is. Rachel is Isaac's desired wife, the second one he gets. Yeah, she's a bit sneaky. Pretty but sneaky. Pretty sneaky. Nah, I don't think I can do her that dirty. I'll put her at the end of C tier. Rahab. This is the lady. I think she was a prostitute too. Not that it particularly matters. Who hid the two Israelite spies? Was it Joshua and Caleb? Anyway, she was good. She's brave and sensible too. I'm going to put her behind Esther in front of Esau. What are we looking at here? Reuben. Why do I not remember you? Why do I not remember Reuben? Reuben, what do you do? I feel like he was one of the prophets in the books of Kings. Sorry, I don't remember. Ruth. Yeah, she's nice. C tier. Lamech, Ruth, Asaph, Levi. In front of Levi, behind Asaph. Salome and Zebedee. That's the parents of the apostles James and John, I'm pretty sure. I'll put them behind Naomi. Simon Peter. Look, I'll put him up in. He goes pretty good. But yeah, I think I have to put Simon Peter in Enoch. I'll put him in A tier. Better than Abraham. Look, realistically, Peter being the first pope and going hard with just healing people with his shadow and whatnot, pretty good. But it is a bit of a silly sausage as well, denying our Lord and also trying to chummy up with the Jews when he was around the Romans. Simon of Cyrene. Yeah, this is my guy. You got to go up in A tier, Simon. We're in A tier. You know what? I'm going to mix this around. I'm going to put John in front of Matthew and Luke and Simon behind John because all of the apostles buggered off in fear. And I believe St. John was the only apostle that stuck around. And Simon helped Jesus carry the cross. Take that, apostles. Oh, Salome, daughter of Herodias. I think this is Herod's wife's sister, whatever, incest. The daughter who asked, well, the mum asked after the daughter danced, and Herod was like, I'll give you anything. And St. John the Baptist's head was that thing. Bam, bam, you're going in F tier. Disgusto. The start of F tier. Samson. Simpson. I like him, but he is Simpsaurus Rex. Yeah, I'll put him at the end of B tier. Samuel. Beautiful Samuel. Where do we put you? I'll put Samuel up behind Mark and James the Apostles. Sarah. Now there's two Sarahs. First Sarah is Abraham's wife, and she's alright. I like the interaction where she laughs at God for saying that she'll have a child, and then God's like, why are you laughing? Well, at least it was Lord or the angels or whoever it was. She's like, I'm not laughing. It's like, yeah, you were. But Sarah, I prefer the other Sarah, which is Tobit the son, or Tobias, his wife, new wife. I like them. So I'm going to say Sarah, Abraham's wife, is somewhere in C tier. Sarah, Tobit or Tobias's wife, B tier. I'm going to put her in front of Nathan. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. I will do that. Satan. Now, I guess everyone will be like, oh, it's got to be at the end of F tier. I don't particularly agree. And this, I guess it's controversial, but I believe I've been brought to the wisdom of having respect for the fallen angels, understanding their evil and their choice, but they're still creatures of God. And you look at how God interacts with Satan, especially in the book of Job, and when Jesus is interacting with him. He's still a person. And he's like the worst person. I get it. I don't know. I feel like I feel for him, because he's lost so much, and now he's so angry and upset. Anyway, like logically, he has to go all the way at the end because he's like the instigator of all evil, as far as I understand. But in like the same way, he's not committing. He's like convincing people to commit those evils. But then the people are the ones doing it, even though he's the instigator. Look, I'll leave him in S tier. F, not S tier. Satan tier. I'm going to put him at the front of F tier. Yeah. Because I've also learned to not muck around and disrespect him. Anyway, not to like fanboy him, just anyway, bit of wisdom. Saul, King Saul, he's alright. He goes C tier somewhere. Rachel, yeah, he can go behind Rachel. He's got some paranoia problems. Seth, that is Adam and Eve's third son. Look, he's alright. He's a guy. Better than Saul, Rebecca, Hagar. Look, I'll give it to him because I'll put Seth behind David, because he's the line that, without him, we'd have no Jesus, basically. Oh, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They are the three Israelites who are cast into the furnace and were like, yeah, try me, boys, and we're just praising God. Didn't get burned, so they got to go A tier, I think. They go hard. So let's go up here, Bethia, Boaz. I'll put them behind Jael. No, I'll put them in front of Jael. Yeah, and then the angel comes and joins them in their midst. Queen of Sheba. She's the wise queen who comes to ask King Solomon for more wisdom. She goes, right, I'll put her in C tier somewhere. I'll put her behind Ruth in C tier. Simeon. He is the priest who blesses Jesus when he's young, and has the vision of, oh, I know who you are, time to die in peace. He's good. I'm going to put him in B tier somewhere. Better than Samson. I'm just going to leave him where he is in B tier because I like Samson. Solomon, I don't like you, Solomon. Not very much. C tier. Saul, I think you're worse than Saul. Laban, I think you're worse than Laban. I'm going to put you in front of Adam because after getting so much from God and getting wisdom from God, he went and spoilt that all, threw it in the bin, and was just an idiot. Stephen, the first martyr of the church, I believe. Saint Stephen. Cool, B tier. Nah, I'll leave Aaron, Eli. I'll put you behind Eli in B tier for Stephen. And he was martyred. I think he was stoned to death for his belief in Christ. What do we got here? Tamar, daughter-in-law of Judah. Oh, I remember this poor girl. So, Judah has sons that marry. One son marries Tamar. He dies. The next son Judah gives to Tamar. He dies. And then Judah's like, oh, I'm not going to give her another son, and makes some excuse and sends her away. Tamar clues on to what's going on. And then when Judah is out on a journey, Tamar meets Judah on a crossroad pretending that she's a prostitute, and then Judas gets stuck into her, and then she gets pregnant, and then Judah finds out, so he's like, oh, whoops, and basically I think he gives her some money so that she can take care of herself and the child. Strange, but yeah, she's clever. She's going in C tier. Witch of Endor. She going behind the Witch of Endor, Judah. Yeah, Judah, you got done. You got done by Tamar. Take that. She's going in front of you. Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. Didn't trust his bros. Not a fan. Not a fan. B tier. Look, I'll put him in C tier. I'm sure there's like some misunderstanding to it, but as simple as it seems to be is he didn't believe his brothers, his apostles, and like, no, not until I see. And to me, I'm just like, that's... Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm like, bro's faith was lacking. Timothy, basically like Paul's pseudo son. B tier. I'm going to leave him where he is in B tier. Yep. Titus, I'm going to put him right behind Timothy. Uriah, my guy, he's got to go up in A tier. So Uriah is the Israelite soldier who's out fighting with... Anyway, and... he's the husband of Bathsheba, I think it is, the woman who David courts and commits adultery with. And David tries to like, oh, come here and have sex with your wife. So, have a break from the war and, get her pregnant because she is pregnant with my son. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. All my brothers are all fighting war. I'll sleep here on the ground. So David, not wanting to get caught out, basically gets him murdered, gets him killed in the war. But he's going, but as in butt-faced David. Yep, I'm going to put Uriah behind Boaz in A tier because he was not taking any comfort. He had that brotherly love. Xerxes, yeah, I think he's the Syrian king. I like him. I'm putting him in B tier behind... Better than Lamech? Yeah, I'm going to put him in B tier behind Titus. Zacchaeus. That's right. I had to look to the picture to remember Zacchaeus is the short dude, the short Jew that climbs up in the tree to see Jesus, and Jesus is like, what you doing? Come down. This is funny. This is my my younger son's favorite character in the Bible. Can we read the story about the tree man? Yeah, we can, Zacchaeus. I'll put you in front of Judah. I'll put you in front of Judah. That's funny. I was like, who are you? Tree man. That's right. Zechariah. Okay. Prophets. Where are our prophets at? Baruch. There we go. In front of Baruch, though. Zacharias. Oh, which one's which? I think Zechariah is John the Baptist's dad. No. I'm not going to put you that high. I'll put you in front of Nicodemus for not having faith, I guess. Enough. Zacharias, though, or is it the other way around? Anyway, I'm going to assume that Zacharias is the prophet and Zechariah is St. John the Baptist's dad. Zerubbabel. Oh, he was the guy that was appointed to take the Israelites out of Babylon after the captivity. Cool, yeah, I like you. Big tier, Xerxes. I'm going to put you just in front of Xerxes because I like both of you around the same time. Zipporah, that is Abraham? No, what's his name? Moses' wife. That's Moses' wife. I'll put her in C tier behind Lamech. A similar thing. She produced children that we needed. Cool. Well, that's it. That took way too long. I don't know what I expected with so many people there and with my just tendency to talk and talk and talk. But yeah, that's it. And I am definitely not going to rearrange anything because it's not all that important. And I think I was picky enough. But yeah, I'll scroll down the list so you can have a bit of a look. Should I zoom in? I'll try to zoom in. Okay. There we go. Nice, that's it. Okay, well, it's probably, I was going to try and make it shorter than the other one, but there were more people than there are books in the Bible. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if it dragged out, but for anyone, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. God bless. Hope it was, yeah, see you later. Goodness.